Hey everybody, Bearded Servant back. It's coming in nicely, huh? Anyway, today I have another cooking video for you. I'm going to make sweet potato chicken stew. And here's what I do. Okay, next I'm going to use maybe 2.5 sweet potatoes. Got to clean them up first. Okay, so now that I've got my sweet potatoes peeled and my white potatoes peeled, take 2 bowls, good sized bowls, and just chop them into smaller pieces. So, I forgot to mention, my other root vegetable that goes into this stew is my carrots. So I just peeled all the carrots, and now I'm just gonna chop them up, put them in a bowl, get them ready to go into the pan after I start my cooking. The last thing I have to chop up is my onion. Okay, other than the chicken, which I'm about ready to cut up, these are what I use. This is what I use. Chicken broth, salt, pepper, rosemary, thyme, extra virgin olive oil, which I've already drizzled in the pan. I put a little bit of parsley on top when I'm all done, a little bit of garlic powder, minced garlic, better than bouillon. And then I've got my white potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, and onions. So it gets a little bit colorful. You can also add celery or red peppers if you want it really colorful and a little more spicy. So yeah, let's get cooking the chicken. First thing we're gonna do, brown the chicken. Okay, now for the vegetables, we're going to start. I turned the heat off for now. I'm not cleaning out the pan at all. We're going to use the very little bit of grease that was in there, plus another tablespoon or so of olive oil. Maybe a little more than that. And that's going to heat up, and we're going to add in our onions, and our carrots, and we're going to let that cook for, I don't know, about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so I didn't mention that I did put a top on it. It's sitting at about little higher than medium, and it's going to be loud when I take it off. I'm going to drip any water from the steam down into the veggies. Yeah, buddy. Now at this point, if you're cooking celery or peppers or any other veggies that you want to put in it, like the hard root veggies, then you want to put them in now so they cook down a little bit before you start adding all the other stuff. Okay, so it's been cooking down for about 4 minutes now. Now we're going to add our spices. First thing we're gonna add is, I forgot to tell you guys, flour, which is going to be about 3 tablespoons or so of flour. This is a half tablespoon, so. Okay, so that's 3 tablespoons of flour. Next, we're going to do a quarter or so, maybe a half tablespoon of black pepper. Half teaspoon of salt. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of rosemary. And a quarter teaspoon of thyme. And then stir it up. You want to cook down all the flour. You definitely don't want to see any white in the pan. No flour. Cook all the flour down. So I'm going to cover this for about 1 minute. Stir it again. Oh. One thing I forgot to add. A teaspoon of garlic. Mine is going to be the garlic and parsley mix because that's what they had at Publix when I purchased it, and I love using garlic. Okay, we'll let that sit for a minute. Okay, next we're going to add in our white potatoes and our sweet potatoes, which I always make too many sweet potatoes, so I think I'm going to keep some to the side. And a little bit, and you use a teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon right on top. And our 4 cups of chicken broth. Pretty sure this is 4. It sure is. So you can call this a soup if you really want to, but I call it a stew. Let's give that a stir. Now you're going to want to cover this, and it's kind of orangey because I don't have any celery or anything else, any other colors in here. But yeah, so you're going to want to cover this for at least 30 minutes. Let it boil. I'm going to turn it up to about medium to medium high heat for about 30 minutes, and we'll check on it. Oh, you know what? Can't do that yet. I gotta add the chicken back in. We want that chicken to make sure that chicken's all the way cooked through too. So, yepper. Mix up that chicken into our veggies and potatoes. we're gonna cook that up and come back when it's ready to add the rest. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. I added a half a cup of water just because it was cooking down really fast. So I did add a half a cup of water to it, and looks pretty good. Potatoes and sweet potatoes are softening nicely, boiling good. Timer's about to go off. Now we're gonna add the rest. Okay, so we're gonna add a little flour slurry here to our pot. So I took 1 tablespoon of flour, put it in one of these little ball jars, and I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of water to it. Put the top on, give it a shake. Then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. All right, so I've got it on medium heat at the moment. And what I'm gonna add is my half cup of whipping cream. You can use heavy cream or regular, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna use 2/3 of a can of Del Monte peas. And then we're gonna take our slurry, make sure it's shook up. Take it off and just add that in as well. We're gonna give it a good stir. Get everything mixed together pretty good. Oh yeah. I've got the heat on medium right now. I've got numbers on my oven, on my stove, and I've got it at 5, between 5 and 6. So we're gonna let that boil again. Check on it in 10 minutes. Put it right at medium. Should be done. Okay, so we are done. Like I said, it looks kind of like a soup, of course, but that's it. Sweet potatoes, chicken, peas, carrots, white potatoes, all in this yummy goodness. I wish it was colder out because this is definitely a meal that you can have when it's really cold. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and we'll be back at you with the next one soon. God bless.